Guys, so follow up to bite camp and what that looks like. Let's be very clear. Things that we look for when we're analyzing your dog and things you can analyze. You'd be surprised, and mind you, Tifa here with FitBully TV. If you take your hand over your dog's head, two things tell us one or two things. Either your dog's not used to being pet on his head, or you've been beating that nigga's ass. It's none of my business. But if you want your dog to be protective, imagine a invader coming in your home, raising his hand, and your dog jumped down, and he comes off the bite. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So here's some things that I saw. For one, I saw dogs that were confident. I saw dogs willing to try. I saw handlers, which is probably the most entertaining part for me, super unsure what the hell was going on. When Stan uses the phrase, "Be a tree," people just don't know what to do, huh? Just stand still, brother. Stand still, don't move. And then here's the other part. How many times have you gotten excited about something? Stan does a good job, and I was there too, believe it or not. We don't praise our dog enough. And the dog really don't know what's going on. And if you ain't got a dog that was bred to, I won't say kill, but respond in kind, then it don't know what's going on. So it needs to be motivated. So things we're looking for. And in this, you'll see Stan give the people some homework afterwards. And what does that mean? He's analyzing handler. He's analyzing dog. He's analyzing how much work he has to do objectively. And then the work that you need to do so he can continue to do his job and be successful and keep everybody successful, most importantly, the dog. So when you say, hey, he's like, hey, I need you to work on this. I need you to work on that. I need you to work on this. It's because the dog wants, objectively, if you're there, it wants to work. And it needs you to stay motivated. So when your dog's doing something, you should be good boy, good girl. Let's go patting it on his back. Even sometimes, petting it, we call it caressing per se. And you actually don't want to do that a lot of times because it's soothing. When he hitting that joke on this side, when he's riled up and getting to something, he's getting more and more motivated. And Eagle's a prime example of that at times. You trigger him, boy, and you keep petting him, man, he just gets more. He gets better and better, to say the least. And Stan has tried many times just to like aggravate him, or and he very rarely will ever come off that bite, and with sleeve or whatever. Now that we finally got him on the suit. So in this case, handlers, people who have dogs, and you have a young dog, desensitization means hands-on noises. So when we crack that whip and we see that dog, boom, back up and retreat. It's not the worst thing in the world. It just means we got more work to do. And then so Stan's like, yo, we got to make sure we end him on a good note, which means now Stan's got to go through an extensive process of building him up to get him back on the bike. What we saw is the doggo, for instance, jump back at one point when the whip was first cracked and didn't know what to do because he never heard it. Because him and the other dog, Tut, start kind of not going back and forth, but they were on opposite sides. Eventually, when the owner of the doggo was able to get him on the thing and Stan cracked the whip, what did the doggo do? He no longer was focused on the sound of the whip anymore. He stayed on the toy. That in itself, you'd be surprised how progressive that is in that instance. This all happened in less than an hour's time. And I'm gonna tell you this, dogs are like kids. They don't come ready to see the world. I think everybody thinks like, oh, I got this pit bull, he just ready to do anything. No child is, no adult is. Some of you are stuck in your ways and ain't willing to try new things. So don't presume that a dog wants to run up a slide and get somebody, wants to run up a tree and get somebody, wants to go up some stairs and get somebody. Slick surfaces, grass, textures, sounds, hollow points. And I don't mean bullets. I mean just hollow points in terms of surfaces. All these things can impact your ability or a dog's ability to do what? Perform. And performance is what we're out there to do, to improve your dog's performing art. And in this case, there is an art, as you've watched or hopefully see in some of the other videos, to teaching a decoy how to handle a dog. So you get to see Stan one-on-one, walking Jamarcus to where to put your hand, give him more, so more, let him punch in. All these little things reward him. Yes, good boy. Pet him and really like motivate the dog. So mind you, owner, dog, decoy, every last person has a job, and whether you see it or not, there's a lot of going on when analyzing how to get this dog, not just to be confident, but I hate that I didn't come up with it. Dolores did. Good dogs, they do bite hard. and in this case, we want dogs to give you a good bite, you know, and mind you, part of them biting is so that they don't bite. But if they have to bite, God bless you. God bless you. So I repeat everyone for coming out and giving us a chance to learn about ourselves even and work with your dogs. Us getting a chance to see a collection of dogs in different breeds. That was exciting for me because I was like, I'm so glad it wasn't 15 bullies out there. This would have been a short video, to be clear. But I think it'd been a lot shorter. But but that wasn't the case. And then of course we send the dog back and let it recover. Meaning, hey, put it in the car, turn the air conditioner on, let it recover. I would encourage those people who are going to keep coming out to get those doggy seatbelts. Those doggy seatbelts are key, especially if you have a dog who's super motivated. Rocco's chewed up the steering wheel one time trying to get to stand and tore the door out. He's like, I hear the sounds, I know what's going on. Those are triggers. Look, let's see if we can trigger it off. You trigger that dog's supposed to lose his shit.
You and Sean are prime examples.
Yeah, they get really excited for one just seeing stand, and then you turn around, crack the whip, they say, oh, it's cracking time, per se. So I'm super excited about the future of Bite Camp. Super grateful for everyone that came. Hopefully you also get to see, and those that were there got to see, there's a lot that's going on. That's why a lot of times it's just us working with our dogs, because when we invite more people in, we got to turn around and build your dog's confidence. We have to teach your dog how to bite. We potentially have to teach you how to communicate with your dog. We have to encourage you to encourage your dog. We have to make sure you have the right accoutrements, aka making sure you not just tied your dog to a collar. It needs a harness when doing bite work. Otherwise, it'll choke itself out, getting motivated. You saw that. There's some parts, I think, where dog jump up and get flipped around. The harness gives the dog clear direction until you get yours trained like Henrik or the guy Jalen or Rocco or Creed, all these dogs that could bite and come back. They say, why you didn't bring none of your dogs? My dogs ain't coming back. So we clear. If they get on that bite, I'm about to choke them jokers out, boy. So I said this event, to be clear, people, a big time where I bring Ego and Tron and potentially Cha-Cha out. But this event is not for me. It is to improve the community and build a Bite society even. Who want to be a part of the Bite society? That's a whole thing. If this works, we'll stream it. We'll put it out there so other people can learn from it. And step by step, I'll do my best to keep educating on what's actually happening in these videos. So please comment below. Even more importantly, go to the link, My Dog Tools. Sign up for the one in January. So you could be a part of the future of, the Bite Society. Take care of your dogs, people.
Simple. We got a couple people that go Morde. I don't know if you guys speak Spanish, but
yeah.
So you can use Spanish words to him, but he just needs to understand when he hears that, he's supposed to do something. And then when you come out here, we transition it from just a game to a little more serious, And as he gets older, goes through puberty, he's going to gain more confidence. And then the older they get, the more pressure you put. It's just like you play baseball, throw T-ball, coach pitch, kid pitch, now you're hitting major league stuff. So same thing with the dog. It's just a constant up and up and up.
And then anything for confidence building?
Get him out in the world. Noises like we had talked about, just different stuff, firecracker stuff on the ground. I like to use the pool confidence. I don't know if you've seen Jamarcus with the Corso that he's using. Has the bubble wrap in there, feed the dog in there, has to pop, and he's like, oh, they ain't even pop, so I'm gonna go in there. Again, build that dog's confidence up. People, places, things. Get them outside, get them on obstacles. Take them on those bleachers. They got these big rocks over there. Get them climbing trees. Anything you can do to build your dog up. And if he doesn't want to go up there, you get up there and wait. Make him come up to you. You can have something, have some treats, have a reward, have a tug, whatever it is. But you want the dog to know that he's working for something as well.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Well, if you guys have any questions, just reach out.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you guys so much for coming out. Seriously, genuine pleasure. We just brought a dogo, man.
I know. Walking up like, what?
I was like, man, he's a puppy too, so he's still got some development.
When we first got him, he was like really aggressive. Like you could barely touch him, and he'll start growling at you. And then we desensitized him, and now he's like kind of like soft now.
That's what it takes.
But yeah,
it's a process, huh?
It's always this.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too much on this side because they're a liability at that point, but you don't want them too soft either.
Yeah,
so you gotta have that balance.
For sure. But yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
So main thing me doing him is just build more value in the tug. So when you have it, play with him and stop while he's at like the most extreme. And then like maybe 2 days out of the week, tease him up, don't give him a bite. So he doesn't win, he actually loses, right? But you want to make sure you don't make him lose too much because he'll lose interest.
Right.
So have like 2-3 days straight where he wins, and then that next day, come out, tease him, put him in the crate, put him up. Or even like put him in a car and work him, with the sack outside. So he's getting, trying, but he's not winning.
Right.
Builds a little more frustration, so when he does get it, he's gonna be like,
snap on that.
really
thing.
hold it, and then you're like, yeah, you won. I would do that a lot with him, and then the same thing that you've seen Jamarcus do with him, taking him out, getting him on different stuff, building confidence, loud noises, all that different stuff.
Cool. That burlap sack, man, I've gone to Home Depot, they don't got no burlap sacks.
Try Lowe's.
Lowe's
Usually has them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Amazon has, they use them to wrap palm trees.
Okay.
So you can get some burlap on from Amazon. And they're a little thinner, so you got to wrap a lot of them, but same concept.
Right on, man. Well, we're gonna keep working. Every time you guys put them on, I'm gonna be out here.
Yeah, for sure, man. Do you have any other questions?
Man, I think we're good for today. This guy's
Good stuff, man.
tired. We got in the car 2 seconds later, he's knocked out, snoring.
Yeah, man. Hey, trust me, I remember those days.
Hey, it's like a full body workout though for them.
It really is, too.
Especially when they're biting and pulling up, it's like doing pull-ups.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing, probably invest in a harness also, probably.
Come on, my boy.
Any recommendations? Like, man, I bought harnesses like at PetSmart, and they just ripped on me on my other dogs.
Ray Allen is probably going to be one of the better brands.
Ray Allen.
Zawar is a good brand. They're from Brazil. But just get anything like high quality leather is what I like. It's going to be easier on their skin. And then get the triangle harness mic. You see how that one is in the front?
Yeah.
How it goes here and around. You don't want the one that just goes here because we've had dogs literally slip out through them. So I like that 3-prong in the front.
Right on.
So one thing that I would start doing with him is when you play with him, you make sure he understands that you guys are playing and he needs to win a little bit more. He needs to have more value in like a tug, bite pillow or something versus the other dogs that are around. Okay. You see how he's so interested in what they're doing, which isn't a bad thing, but if you want a dog that's going to protect your ass, you don't want another dog to be enough to deter him from doing what job he needs to do. So just a little bit more exposure out in the world, but don't be so hard on him either. Okay. So it's like finding that balance of correcting behaviors, but allowing him to still be a puppy as well. Okay. But you just need to have a little bit more value in you than other stuff. I know you socialize with butterflies. So yeah. But he's a sweet dog. Thank you. Yeah, just get him a little more interested in the bike stuff, and then when he comes out here, he'll be more focused.
Do I still use that tarp that y'all been using?
The burlaps?
The
burlap?
Yes.
Yeah, I use that. It's good because you can whip it around, you can pop him with it, you can do different things, and then make sure he wins. So he bites on, punches in good, make sure he wins.
Okay. Gotcha.
You got that dog climbing the tree. But yeah, always make sure he wins.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If you got any questions, just hit me up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, just hit us up, man. Appreciate you coming out, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Basically with him, just start working on an alert command. So when you say an alert command, so when you go watch him, he needs to perk up. Okay. And then we'll work on his outs. So one way that I like to teach the outs.
Yeah. When I like do the out, I just kind of like stop pulling on it, so he'll.
Yeah. So put both hands. So dog's mouth is here. You can put it right on your knee here and just hold it. And when he drops it, you're gonna say yes, and then you're gonna reward the bite. Okay. So the out doesn't mean you're taking it away. The out means the game gets better. And then when you do want to finish like the game, then you can choke him out like you saw Jalen do it. It just builds a little bit more drive and intensity for stuff like this. But now I'm just shit. He's an 11-year-old dog. He's doing everything and more you would want him to do. But yeah, just polish that up.
You want to grab that shit right